The latest example comes this afternoon. Texas Governor Greg Abbott finally requesting a special session for recommendations on how to, quote, prevent future school shootings. But on that list, notably missing gun control. Joining us now, Texas Democratic State Senator Roland Gutierrez, whose district includes Uvalde, and the author and historian, and my dear friend Kurt Anderson. His most recent book is the New York Times bestseller, Evil Geniuses, The Unmaking of America. He's now the host of a podcast series, also excellent, called Nixon at War, How Vietnam Led to Watergate. Senator Gutierrez, I want to start with you. You have been confronting the governor. You confronted Governor Abbott on Friday, called for a special session. Tell us what your reaction is to the nature of the special session that he has now called.
Well, let's be very clear, and I apologize for correcting you. He is not calling for a special session. I have the letter here. This is a special legislative committee, which, by the way, we've never had one of those before. We have interim committee hearings throughout. We serve for 5 months every other year. This is meaningless. Without a session, we can't act. Special sessions last for 30 days, and they're called on a date certain. He is asking for the lieutenant governor and the speaker of the House to go have meetings to talk about this stuff. Again, no action can be taken. He has not called a special session. He's trying to bamboozle you and the American public and the Texas public. Listen, who knows when we'll be able to ever do something. This is the same MO that Abbott has done session after session, massacre after massacre.
So I'm going to stick with you, Senator Gutierrez, just to hear a little more about this, right? I mean, it's doubly insulting, right? Number one, it's not a special legislative session, so there can't actually be laws changed or passed. It's a fig leaf, this committee. And even on the fig leaf committee, there's no discussion of gun control. So it's sort of a double slap in the face to people like yourself who want to see change.
Every Texan, including every Republican constituent that has called me and said, we want to raise the age limit because that makes sense, they should be offended by this. They should be absolutely disgusted by this, because after El Paso, he had roundtables. After Santa Fe, roundtables. After Sutherland Springs, he sat down and had groups together and prayed about it. Not once did he call a special session in any of those instances. And when we came back in the regular sessions, not once were any of those recommendations followed. He's so proud of his school hardening bill that he had in 2019, where we passed 17 bills on school hardening bill. We spent $100 million, a lot of good that did this community, by the way. And by the way, he has spent $4 billion on a trumped-up border crisis that simply doesn't exist to that scale, 40 times more than he has spent on securing our schools.